And then I played Baldur's Gate, and I was like, oh, maybe my problem with playing PCs is that I'm not playing enough PCs.
All right. I think he needed to play a character like a three cats in a coat, and like I don't know, they all have blasters.
No, that's why in like half my other games that I've actually played in, I usually play a Battlesmith Artificer or something, so I can have like multiple pets.
Mm.
God, I love Artificer.
All right. Yeah, I started the recording like a minute ago. Hello, YouTube. Session 3, Episode 1. But I just let you guys go. Very, very professional work. I'm Icetorn. I'm the DM. I'm joined by T. Who are you,
Hello.
T?
I am playing as Lumiya, captain of the ship, who was proposed a payment, and now I want that payment. So I will lead people to the other edge of the galaxy for some reason.
Okay. Joined by Jarrus.
I'm playing Jarrus, Order 66 survivor, and he's the one who paying Lumiya to take him to the edge of the galaxy.
Okay. Joined by Dr. Harjacc.
I'm Gwen. I'm playing Dr. Harjacc. I am on a casual stroll through the galaxy, trying to kill as many Imperials as possible.
Joined by Neron.
I'm playing Neron, an engineer that is seeking some ancient and forbidden knowledge across the galaxy.
Joined by Crispy.
Hi, I'm playing Penn, another Jedi Order 66 survivor.
Crispy is also new. He doesn't know his character. Well, he himself and his character, they haven't played with us before. He is the place where Jarrus is going. He is in the place where Jarrus is going to. And finally,
Spoilers.
last but not least, joined by H.U.M.A.N, who's playing H.U.M.A.N.
Found in the waste chute of the ship.
Just stuck there. I'm a heuristic unit for moral analysis and notion, or human.
Nice. We had two other people, Dem and Kiara. Kiara, I don't know, jumped out of the ship and swam to a nearby island and found Hogwarts. And Dem, he's down on Tatooine somewhere.
I feel like you forgot something.
If you don't know what it is, it wasn't important.
Last time the party kind of met on Tatooine and dealt with slave operation out in the desert, and then was introduced, or rather introduced themselves to I guess an anarchist who fights the Empire. And even though he's like slumming it in this backwards ass world, he's kind of very well informed somehow. And he recruited the party to travel to a place called Nar Shaddaa and engage a Trandoshan doctor who makes human experiments and creates these biological assassins for the Empire, which are very cheap to produce, and he can create a very numerous number of them. And they're gonna eventually go there to interrupt his operation. In the meantime, the party also located two of the party, namely Lumiya and Neron, are after this temporal or spatial anomaly, which somehow manifests itself as a spaceship or a space station, and yet travels through time-space. And they kind of tracked a vector of its path out through space and determined that it has collided, or at least passed, a planet called Braca in the Midrim over here. And we'll eventually be going there. And Jarrus, who is used to be a member of the Jedi Order, has been suffering from these visions, which now draw him somewhere out in the Outer Rim to a world called Illum, which has no traditional space routes to, and Jarrus will maybe even knows how to get to there in real space without having to jump to hyperspace. And we left last session with Jarrus and Lumiya, who's the captain of the ship, who owns the ship, and they agreed that they will be doing this time-sensitive thing. But before they do that, Dr. Harjacc needs to stop to the hovering space station above Tatooine to procure his droid. Is that right to say?
Yeah.
Dr. Harjacc?
Yeah, it's we're going to be doing some dangerous stuff, and there's a particular human for the job.
Yeah.
I mean,
As long as you can vouch for him, I am okay.
He's good. He's good.
how would you choose that?
Right then. Set coordinates to the station. Let us go.
All right.
And
The
we will,
ship's-
I don't know, fly.
Yeah, the ship silently sails through the depths of space and then approaches this jagged, poorly illuminated station that doesn't look like it's even vacuumed, and a protrusion of an airlock extends out to hiss and connect to the ship with a bit of a shudder, and the outer airlock door opens, and you guys are greeted by a very poorly illuminated corridor, which leads to the bowels of the space station. The space station is entirely unremarkable in that it's a place where ships can dock if they are not allowed by the Tatooine Hutt Space Authority to land on the planet, is where these ships stand. So it doesn't even have a permanent population, and currently there's like less than 20 ships docked. So the station is very scarcely populated, but it is the size of a small city. And hereabouts is where Dr. Harjacc, you know roughly where H.U.M.A.N is found, and you lead the party through the winding corridors, occasionally flanked by these hooded or many bug-eyed and betentacled aliens. And, you find yourself on a small catwalk overlooking a small market that is kind of a bit better populated, and on one side is H.U.M.A.N being flanked by maybe several different species, and the you guys being the experienced adventurers that you are, the first thing that kind of catches your eye is that he's been fitted with a restraining bolt, which restricts what he can do with his free will. H.U.M.A.N, I'm gonna straight up give you, because the party doesn't know that you can do this, and the viewers also don't know that you can do this. I'm straight up gonna give you the resources that you need to do your special thing. If you want to do it now, and whenever you do want to do it, go ahead and interrupt me. But we're gonna pan the camera away from you into Dr. Harjacc.
Yep.
Yep.
The individuals harassing them, do I recognize anything about them? Are they like uniformed in any way?
No, there's no cartel security on Tatooine, really. So they wouldn't even be the cartel security ninjas that you need to beware. These are just random spacers who think that they have located a droid without an owner. And you look like the general kind of guy that thinks he can take whatever he owns. One's a Gand, one's a Kubaz, one's a Trandoshan.
I steadily just like walk up to him and say, I apologize, but he is not for sale.
In what language do you say this?
You said it was a Gand and a what?
Gand, a Trandoshan, and a Kubaz.
I'll say it in Huttese, and if there's no response to that, I'll say it in Common.
Okay. When you say it in Huttese, the
No,
kind
man.
of galactic basic, yeah,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. The two like kind of tinier species kind of immediately part way for the burlier Trandoshan to kind of get in your face a little bit, He says nothing, just stares you down. And you stare back? Roll.
Is he in my way between me and human?
Not really. He's still kind of feeling you out. Human is maybe a couple of feet on the side, and human, feel free to do your thing whenever you want. If you want.
I'll keep walking past him and like put my hand on the restraining bolt and kind of give human a look.
Yeah. What do you do, human? Your friend kind of flanks you like.
I simply pop out the restraining bolt and greet my old friend.
All right. So the droid, which should be impossible, locks his little metal bony fingers over the restraining bolt and simply yanks it out. And the three guys kind of look at each other. The Trandoshan opens his mouth to protest and maybe fight and maybe, but then the Gant kind of just pulls him on his little raggedy terror. And in Galactic Basic, he says, "Yeah, whatever," and this seems to no longer be worth his time. And they kind of slink away.
I toss the restraining bolt to the hands of the Gans as they're walking away.
Kind of scrabbles to catch it.
Is it valuable?
Yes. After he tosses it, I look at the guy, open my hands, as if to wait for him to give it to me.
Ah. Okay. Do you want to give it back? Or...
I didn't even think that they would want to keep it. I hand it back to him.
Okay. So, all right. So let's see if you've damaged the restraining bolt. Go ahead and roll technology. It's one thing to yank it out, and it's another thing to... All right. Not only do you remove your own restraining bolt somehow, but you also manage to do so without damaging it. So you can... do you remember how to do this? You do control in space, and you write restraining bolt, and you can just put that in your inventory.
Yep.
All right. As you pocket the little gadget.
Perfect.
All right. And with that small scene, kind of the entire space station begins to slowly pass away. Yeah, the other than the formless masses of aliens that are everywhere around you, there's a single solitary blinking neon light that depicts some kind of blaster. This is some kind of vendor or shop. But it's a little bit out of your way if you want to go and visit that. Alternatively, there is really nothing else to do here.
A question. So we all saw like that droid removing the bolt.
Well, you guys are on a catwalk a little bit further out, but I will let all of you that want to have seen that, you can have seen that, even though you're a little bit ways off. And if you wanna, feel free to, those of you that are not particularly technologically savvy, feel free to not know what that means. But that's a roleplay decision for you guys.
All right. I'll just ask Neron. Okay, Neron, explain to me what just happened.
I got no fucking clue.
All right. Go ahead and roll your Go ahead and roll your technology check, Neron. And you can have a +2. We'll add it manually. Yeah, 19.
19.
Yeah. There's some kind of additional, motivator unit that is probably attached to this droid that allows it to do these things. It's a custom hack job, probably from exactly a place like Tatooine. It is definitely possible. It's just nobody does that because it is pointless to give droids free will. There's no... You don't want them doing that. You don't want them to be in a position to make their own orders once they finish whatever order they are given.
I'm gonna ask Dr. Harjacc later if I could take a closer look at this droid. Very fascinating.
It is quite interesting indeed. However, Dr. Harjacc, please, your attention. So, where is the guy? I mean, this droid is quite interesting. I assume it's one of your weapons, but where's the guy that you were talking about?
He's I've met a lot of strange characters, and if there's anyone that I've met who has both the motivation against the Empire that I do, and a lack of self-preservation, I think, that's required for this kind of operation.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but like, what's your point?
We just needed an extra hand.
Okay, like where they are?
Sorry.
What'd you say?
Where is those hands?
Yeah,
I assume
don't
the
really
droid is
see
a
a
weapon, yes?
change.
The can I
Hope you'll bring something
human?
useful.
Can does human have hands?
Human does have
I
hands.
do have hands. Thanks for noticing.
Yeah, the
Good
hands
to
are
meet
right
you
there.
too, by the way. Well,
Did you
what
call the
wonderful friends you have, Doctor.
Did you call the droid a he?
Yes, many people do that. What is your point? Human, I
says that?
apologize.
Who called
But-
droids he or she? They're it.
But it is, yeah. Like what are you on?
Just he is fine, thanks.
Like I said, it. Why is it talking like that?
Can we get on the ship and can you continue discussing it there?
Okay, so just to be sure. Okay, I'm fine. I'm smart. Okay, let's go. Whatever.
Doctor, before we go, can I pawn some of my weapons here? Because I'm not going to use any of these things that I got from these guys.
All right.
Oh, of course not. I might do a tiny bit of shopping myself.
All right. You guys troop on to the neon sign of the gun blinking, and you go inside. This is particularly better lit than the rest of the station, and it also has some amount of security. And on the far side of the shop, it says gun runners in Huttese, and also smaller signs that say it in Galactic Basic. But yeah, this is one of the 4 vendors. And if you look at the master handout, there's a goodness. If you look at the master handout, there's a list called the Master Equipment List. It is under Chapter 3. And then you can sort by, then you can click the tab underneath that'll give you the entire inventory of this place, which is like, I don't know, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 things. For human who only wants to sell things, if you go to your inventory and double click the thing, it'll give you a price in credits. When you sell stuff, you sell it for 50% of the value, unless you want a bargain. And for those of you that want to buy stuff, this is a gun shop. It doesn't sell armor, it doesn't sell tactical stuff, and it does not sell chemical and medical stuff. It just sells guns. For a fullest, go to the master handout. Are you wanting to bargain, Jarrus?
Yes. Oh, go ahead.
I saw Jarrus wrote something.
That was my order feature.
Oh, okay. Is that from your background?
Yeah, the the force vision thing. Is it a force vision? I can double check. Is that my feet?
Here's the order 66 survive. I don't remember my own stuff that I've written.
When you finish a long version, roll a d20, write down the results. We substitute one of the dice for the roll 20.
I see. I remember what that is. That's the portent. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Note that dice down somewhere, and you will have it for later use, or whenever you want to.
As far as the trading goes, I'm just going to Doctor, I want to get out of here as fast as I can. This was not a pleasant experience, to say the least.
Okay.
So I'm just going to toss my stuff here, and then we can go for my part.
Okay. Yeah, the gun runners are very discreet, and a droid vendor quickly concludes whatever deals you want to do with them. You don't just go ahead and sell whatever you want for 50%, and we are ready to go unless anyone wants to buy anything.
Do you mind if I just do shopping in the background while we move on?
Sure. We don't actually need to stop and wait for you guys. And you guys troop on back to the ship. The airlock umbilical disconnects with a hiss, and the ship gracefully sails out into nothingness and out of scanner range for the.
And Harjacc will just kind of fill Human in, like, sorry for the abrupt pickup, but I've got a mission. You know, you're totally in as a partner here, but we're gonna get some payback.
Empire,
Oh yeah,
I'm game.
big time.
Okay.
All right. You, gentlemen, or whatever you are, gonna explain yourself. What is going on?
Oh, that's not a nice tone, but I will allow it. You can just call me human. It's an acronym for Heuristic Unit for Moral Analysis and Notion.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
You would
and
just
whatever.
look. You would see a clear look of disgust on Jerry's face
Ooh.
as the droid start talking, and like kind of have a personality.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna ignore that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I came from Mustafar, terrible, fun place to be. Yeah, I'm glad to see Doctor in an unfriendly place. To be fair,
So,
Is he a Trade Federation ship? I mean, droid. He asks the doctor.
He's not like a what kind of model droid is he?
Custom.
Class 5.
Class 5.
Like
So
what kind of
not
class?
a
No,
battle
what?
droid.
Not a battle droid, a heavily modified Class 5.
There will be the he does look like he has an industrial frame, like a strengthened industrial frame, but whoever built him, he created all parts of his he or she created all parts of his chassis individually and then put them together. He does look rather old.
okay. So, my question is, why do you have an egg or like whatever that thing is that you can like remove the restraining bolt that I saw? Neron, could you please come to me and Human? Could you please explain it to us both? Like how do you even have this?
I have no idea. I woke up like this. I was able to do this in the mines. That's how I got out last time as well. People take droids and make them do what they want.
Yeah, I mean
feel
that's
like
that's like what why we make droids. Yes,
yeah, it's like slaves, right?
like
They're
I mean
droids.
yes.
Yes.
I mean like it's better to make droid do a job than it is to make a human like life being to die. You know, because
Human just stares daggers into your face.
wait, do you feel hatred for me?
Don't say these things. Don't say things you don't know nothing about.
What?
Slavery of robots is terrible.
How? But
He just rolls his eyes. I'll leave him alone.
I spoke with some droids. I know. I'll like go like tell that I guess I don't know. I use my finicky devices because I know binary. I'll like send you a code and say like I've spoke with some droids. None have shown me hatred or like told me about the slavery. Like what are you on about?
Once you see your own kind torn apart, tossed away, you develop a sense of urgency for the situation. Let me put it like that.
Okay,
Lumiya, go ahead and roll your technology check. Neron cannot help.
sure.
This is
Sure.
for your own.
Very well.
You have a lot of net.
But I have pretty good technology. Yes.
Yeah.
I am a scientist after all. A little bit, at least. But I'm shit. 13.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. He looks very old. He probably hasn't had a wipe in a very long time. And on Mustafar too. So he's probably seen some things.
Alright. Look. This is very interesting what you're telling me. Like, I never encountered this. We will discuss it later. Nothing? Whatever. I mean, I guess you I mean, you want money, eh? Like, if you want to free all your people for some reason. I mean, they're not really... Whatever. Anyway, if you will act like other people, I will stop for now. Okay? It seems like you, for some reason, don't like to be addressed as a mere droid, so I'll play for it for now. But please don't do anything funny, okay?
That sounds fair.
Very well.
I haven't
Neron,
been told funny in a long time.
Neron, if you have any other questions for him, please feel free to ask. I will go and put navigation for our ship. And I will go and put the navigation for our ship.
Cool.
Yeah, I will walk up to Human and just say like, sorry for my companion's ignorance. You know, I don't think about droids the same way, and I really want to like just take a look at you if that's fine later. I'm just fascinated, that's all.
We get these kind of questions all the time. I know that I'm not the most usual droid. I haven't met any droid like me. You can poke around a little bit. Take me out to dinner first.
I'm not gonna poke around very much. I just want to take a look at you, if that's fine.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thank you.
We can talk shop later.
Yeah, we can do it later.
Okay. Okay, the ship hovers out into space. And here's a... Goodness, which one was it? Was it this one? It was this one. I'll kind of place you wherever. Actually, Penn is not here yet. Well, Penn is out in space.
No!
uh,
He did.
Yeah, you're suffocating currently. Cool. Let's plot the... Let me crack. So, travel in space. T and I are gonna, or rather Lumiya and I are gonna take care of this for now, but if anyone's curious what we are doing, in the handouts channel, there's the Star Wars ships cheat sheet.
It is there indeed.
Yeah.
Currently we have 28 out of 34. I guess we could have refueled it on the station.
Yeah.
If it's possible.
Yeah, it's still possible. You can actually do that from the external.
So fuel cost per unit 100 credits. I will remove 200 credits from myself then and refill it.
Yeah. Startup procedures. You already started up. You never turned it off. Astrogation results. So astrogation before jump to hyperspace. 10 astrogation equations. You do those. You are not under stress.
I'm not. I am very confused. So.
Yeah, and you are very familiar with the ship, so we're not gonna give you any checks for that.
Okay.
You've already traveled. So it's cost 2 to just get here, so you refuel now.
Yes, I did.
We don't need to recharge. Hyperspace travel, so we're just gonna plot a jump.
Neron will probably also help with the ship if there's anything, since he's been on the ship for quite a while.
Yeah, you would be co-piloting, even though there's no check required for roleplay purposes. Of course, you can be. So we are plotting a course to Illum, or as close to Illum as the charts can get you. So if we look at the map, oops.
Will 30 fuel be enough, or do we need to make a stop somewhere?
We'll see how much. It'll probably be enough. So we can directly go from Tatooine, which is down here, somewhere.
We on the galaxy map?
We can click on it and go side.
You can click it yourselves for those of you that can load it easily.
And just buy a better PC.
Well, I know it's in the outer rim. I don't exactly remember where it is now, but I know it's in the outer rim.
I think like what was it's like
yeah
here.
So in the So yeah, it's in the outer rim. It's right here. Oops. Click.
Yeah, close to like bottom right corner ish.
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was to the left. Oh well.
Nope. And we're going from outer rim to outer rim. So the closest we can get to Illum through a hyperspace lane is this place. The Utagetu Nebula, which is as far as the hyperspace route will take you. And then
Ooh, nebula.
hopefully Jarrus will know where you are going.
I can feel it. He don't tell him that, but he said, "I know where we're going."
Sure.
So that
Confidence
is
is all we need.
Well, okay, technically, so I do have a question about that, little wise.
yeah.
Like when we seen in the Clone Wars, like they take pilgrimage to Illum.
Yeah,
Would
you
that
tell
be the-
me. You tell me if you've been there as a pilgrim or as a Padawan.
I believe that he would have went doing for one of his Padawan trials, like early as in career. So he haven't been there in a long time. And he also doesn't keep his saber. He threw away his saber after Order 66, so he doesn't really have it on him. But I think he will remember the journey.
Okay.
But not everything into like if he had to go through the trials again, he wouldn't be able to tell what it was, for example.
Okay.
But he remember going there and experiencing it.
Okay. So we'll give you advantage on your check when you eventually get there. So we're going from the outer rim to the mid rim. So if we refer to the traveling times or base hyperspace travel times in hours, we're going from the outer rim to the mid rim, and this is for a tier 2 or tier 1 rather. Mid rim. From outer rim to mid rim, it's 24 hours. But we double that because you have a class 2 hyperdrive, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's gonna
Upgrade that.
take 48 hours. What was that, Jarrus? Sorry.
I said we gotta upgrade our hyperdrive.
Oh yeah.
But how much it costs?
With a medium ship?
Yeah, probably
Right.
not that much.
It's times 2 for medium, and I think on 1.5 is like I'll look it up.
Yeah.
So,
If you wanna
what-
stop on Corellia to do that, you can do that. Maybe not Coruscant, but you can definitely stop on Corellia and do some ship repairs.
A 1.5 is 100K for a medium ship. A
Oh,
0.5, sorry, a 0.5 is 100K.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna need to.
100,000.
Ooh,
Yes,
that's
for a
steep.
0.5. A 1.0 is 30,000.
Oh, I don't have that money.
Yeah. You're gonna need to do a couple of jobs for Billabong before you can afford that.
I mean, it's not like we're in a hurry or anything.
While we're traveling, I would like Human likes to tinker around, and he creates a little droid, backward droid,
Cool.
that follows him around like a pet, basically.
Cool.
Yeah, I think also like Lumiya will ask Harjacc to come separate from Human and explain himself on what the hell is going on. Harjacc? Hello?
Harjacc was eating. I guess I'm confused of what explanation you're looking for.
Well, I mean, look, I met some droids, right? Like, I mean, one part of my past, one of my jobs. Not a single one of them asked me to, free them.
Do you know why that is?
Why?
Droids develop personalities.
Uh-huh.
Droids are designed to learn. We build them to learn. And one of the things they learn is how to feel, for lack of a better word to describe it. The reason you don't see droids all over the place feeling things or saying that they want something is because people reset them before they can.
Okay.
Believe me, I have a distaste for droids as much as the next person. I've certainly gotten my fair of scraps with them.
Like I'm alright with them being instruments, but not like, like this.
There was a long period of my life where I was an instrument, and I really wish I had given myself the choice to be something else sooner.
Okay. Well, as long as you don't humor this idea, I hope you don't, right?
Humor what?
Like this guy idea to like, I mean, Galaxy doesn't need like a droid human war or whatever.
There won't need to be for any war if we let people live their lives.
Like, you wanna help the guy to free everyone, to like free every droid.
He helps me with this, maybe I help him with something else. Depends on how it benefits me.
I must say, this is, unless you will persuade me otherwise, this is stupidity, and I will not allow it. Like, we're gonna do all these jobs, but we're not gonna go and free every droid. Like, you do it separately, alright?
How about this? The one thing that I know everyone on the ship can agree on is that the Empire is in our way.
True.
Let's keep going until we start to disagree, and then we part ways.
I mean, sure, but once again, if you guys start to, I don't know how radical you are. I hope not much, but like if you go start trying, making troubles for us because like of this idiotic idea, then no. Just a heads up. Be adequate, please. Okay?
Well, if that's all you had to say, I'll be getting back to my business.
Yeah. Have a nice day. And I will go somewhere else.
Cool. So 48 hours, you guys will be stuck in this hole. We have custom rules for hit dice for spending time in space. We're gonna ignore those for the first couple of sessions, and we're just gonna do the actual story stuff. But once you reach one of the more inhospitable places, we're gonna see if we like them the way I've made them. I myself don't know. I just wrote a couple of things. I myself don't know if I'll like them. And in a couple of sessions, we'll figure out if we want to keep using them or not. But they are essentially there to be survival rules. So there are survival mechanics. So merely staying out in space for any number of days, even while you are supplied with food and water, can grate on you guys. But we're not gonna do that for a couple of more sessions. Instead, we're gonna.
Oh no, no food.
Instead, we're gonna focus on the downtime activities. So, if anyone wants to do a particular downtime activity, you can look at the master handout, and it lists a few that you can do. Or just something as just something for role play. You can contrive something, and we're gonna start with Eeny, Meeny, Miny. We're gonna start with Neron. Neron, what do you do for 48 hours out in space on this ship?
Fuck. I'm looking over the handout now to see.
Oh, okay. Skip.
What I can do.
Same.
I think I will just rest because I kind of want my hit dice because last time I get shot a lot. So like if I'm gonna be continue getting shot, I kind of need those hit dice. So
okay.
I'm just gonna be lazy.
So yeah, you're gonna sleep. So you get 1 just for long resting, and you get 3 when you just sleep. So you get 4 for every day. So that's 8. But you also lose 2, so that's 6. So whatever you have now, add 6 to that.
Why do I lose 2?
Because you also lose 1 at the end of the day.
Oh, I didn't use it. All right. Okay, I added just 6. I have 0.
Okay.
So that's why I kind of, or maybe no, maybe not. I'm
Do you
actually not
have,
maybe right. I have 7 out of 5 for some reason. What is this resource? I did drink the like the thingy with the bill.
I don't know what 7 out of 5 is. You haven't labeled it.
I guess I should.
Let's do hit dice.
Yeah, I will write it down.
Yeah, I already.
Dice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I will just assume that like this is not correct. I will just say that it was free, and then I will add 6, so
Okay.
it's gonna be 9.
Okay, so don't be too strict with tracking these. These are only a thing. Once you spend a couple of days out in the desert on Tatooine, don't be too strict, but try to be close to what other players have.
Okay, and one more question: do I need to spend them now then to heal myself, or do I just heal to full?
Yeah, every time you take a short or long rest, you can spend any number of hit dice to heal. You don't automatically heal.
So I want to spend it right now to heal. Okay.
Yeah. Or if you have abilities that are healing abilities, those still recharge at the beginning of.
Does Dr. Harjacc have healing abilities?
Does Dr. Harjacc have healing abilities? Does the Pope shit in the woods?
Hey.
I mean, last time you told me no. So...
Oh, I don't have good healing abilities yet. In roughly a couple hundred experience, I'll have great healing abilities. But I mean, I have perfectly fine healing abilities at the moment.
Okay, can you heal 10 HP for me, please?
Well, let's find that out together.
Let's do that, right?
I think Lumiya would also know that Neron can produce some healing as well.
Ooh.
In that case, if you both have it, I'm pretty sure between you can do.
Okay,
10.
I'll just heal myself to full.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Over the course of 2 days.
Okay, then that it is for me that all.
Do we have a little tracker of how much scrap we have on the ship?
I think we have like 5 tons. I think I should have added it. I forgot.
5 tons. Damn, that's a lot.
I remember 20 tons.
20 tons?
Oh my.
Damn.
Shit.
Are you usually a scrapper?
I mean, our ship is like a cargo ship.
Well, I didn't know that. Do you want to drop it off somewhere and sell it?
No, we needed to craft things.
Yeah.
Well, we also could just buy it with money.
And we're gonna sell it for 100 credits? No one wants scrap.
How do you know unless you sell it?
We can start Space Etsy. We can make custom stuff and then sell that for more value.
That's true.
Oh, I see. You're already adding it. Yes.
Yeah. Let's do 20 for now, but please keep track of it. Scrap.
Okay. I will do my best to track it.
Yeah. That will be in the ship inventory, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
in cargo.
Undefined. The UV929.
Yeah. I see it now.
So what qualifies as major and minor items for crafting?
Major items, for example, are chassis or weapon items. A vibroblade is a major item. Minor item is, for example, chassis parts. Another type of minor item. Oh goodness. I'm pretty sure we have a definition for those somewhere on the website. But there's major items, minor items, and consumables.
Oh yes, yeah, it's further down. Okay.
Yeah. Ask me about the item, and I will tell you if it's a major or minor. Major or minor. English. I know it.
Hand wraps chassis.
That will be a major item.
Okay.
So as Hubert is now on this strange ship, can he look around and see what the fuck this kind of ship this is, where we are? Is there anything you can find out?
Yeah, you can pretty much look at the ship's character sheet. If you go to vehicles and ships, and it's the Undefiant, and you can click that.
Oh, cool.
And that has stats, but because you're new, you may not know what all of these do. But yeah, click around there. You eventually select a deployment for yourself. That's also in the book. And yeah, some goodness. Some ship stats that you may find interesting.
Also, I think we should remove, I guess, land speeder and like series security droid. I don't even know why we have the security droid. Or is it like for our sentinel?
Where's that security droid?
In hirelings and companions. Z58 series security droid.
Oh yeah. I can just take away ownership of that.
Yeah, I think you should remove that and let's land speeder because fucking Java stole them.
Yeah. Boom.
So,
Yeah.
as a new player, can I spend my downtime to discover a fancy quest?
On the ship?
Yeah.
Fix the shitter. I'm sorry.
The question: find that squeaky noise in between the floors.
Yep. I'll do you one better. If you open the master handout,
Sure.
and if you open the master handout and scroll all the way down to where it says downtime activities,
Already there, yes.
3 of the things that you can do, you being a member of the blacklist, is you can spend 5 downtime activities to establish a black site, which is basically a player base. It's a safe, relatively place until I decide it's not safe anymore. That you can start furnishing or storing your loot in, and you get so if you are uninterrupted and just spend downtime activities, there's no role required. So, imagine yourself over a terminal, browsing the HoloNet for these abandoned properties on these abandoned worlds, or even not abandoned worlds. You can create a forward. You can create one of these black sites, for example, on Coruscant. Eventually, I'll be like, you spent 4 downtime activities, but the final one, you either need to make this impossible role or actually go on site to the facility. So this is representative of you, hacking or engaging contacts that your character has. And this is all background stuff. You don't need to actually tell me what this is. But, lo and behold, after you spend 5 downtime activities, you will have a black site where your party can go and maybe land the ship nearby. If you do it on, for example, Coruscant, you wouldn't need to go through the Space Authority to do this. You can just go and land there. Of course, you won't have any access to new astrogation data or fuel. It doesn't have anything in it until you bring things to it. But
let me call in an old acquaintance, Dr. Harjacc. Come over here for a second.
I'm so sorry. 10 tons of scrap to make advanced hand wraps.
Yeah.
Very advanced.
Yeah,
The
you're
weight
taking-
is a little
You
bit-
know what advanced hand wraps give you?
I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
What do you need? What's up?
So I am browsing here. I'm seeing these black sites, right? We can set up a nice little base, store some stuff, get some nice couches. Let's see, put up some nice naked droid pictures. You get what I mean?
What?
Yeah. Wait, did you have a list of locations, or are we just in the broad planning stage?
Well, we're just in the broad planning stage. I'm seeing this as some nice, hangouts, prime location hangout spot. Away from prying eyes, put some nice goodies there.
You know where a great
trade a
spot
little.
to be? Scar. A Scarif. It's a beach world.
It's a beach world. Oh.
Yep.
It's very fun for organics, all the water and the beach.
Yeah. Well, I do have a question after this, though. How much do we start with? I mean, do we start with 5? Maybe I'm missing it. I'm just blind.
Downtime activities. Every time you want, you can take a downtime activity. Taking a downtime activity costs 8 hours, and you can only take one every long rest. So.
Oh, okay. So so these 48 hours on this ship, we
Would
couldn't
be-
do.
2 downtime activities every 48 hours. If you are really optimal, if you lounge and watch anime until all hours, you only get the one. But if you are worthy adventurers and go to bed at 10 and get up at 6, you can have 2.
Yeah, it's a good thing to be a droid. No need to sleep.
Yeah.
Plug in
These
the charging port into my ass and get going.
The rules still apply to you.
And also a question it is written in that there like sleeping awards you a number of hit dice equal to 3x your level. So like
Ooh, you're level 3. Yeah. Do
Yeah.
the math. You know, sometimes I read
Okay.
the shit that I write, and
It's okay.
sometimes other players call me out.
Wait, you said
So,
where exactly? I'm sorry.
Sorry, what?
Oh wait, I see. Just sleep.
Yeah, nap. So it'll be nap, meditate, whatever, and we're gonna, once everyone determines what they want to do these 2 days, I'm gonna ask you to, describe it.
I'm sleeping. Wow. I'm sleeping very well.
Do explosives count as consumables?
Yes.
Well, I'll be down.
It's being consumed by the space around them.
Fair enough.
So, Dr. Harjacc, for the hangout spot, right?
The treehouse, yes, the magic treehouse.
The magic treehouse, yeah, exactly. Since I don't know a good spot, should we pick something at random? Just let fate decide.
Oh, so can we all just combine our for the black site? Can we all just combine our downtime days for that?
Yes. You can team up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
any
get it.
input is welcome. I'm just spitballing here.
I mean that works for me. We can all put our heads together and find a safe spot to ride out the heat from the terrible decisions we're about to make.
Do we want a place do we want something particular at the place or just something out the way?
So I'm gonna spend most of the time indoors there. I don't care where it is, as long as there's nice internet connection. I'm good.
What
Galactic
about
network
Portsmouth?
connection.
It is on the galactic way. I mean trade. I can't talk. Like it's on the one of the routes.
The first question about the black site is the initiating player, in this case human, but of course you can influence human, is what planet you want this black site on. And then depending on, what you describe to me, I will determine if it has HoloNet access. If it's off the way, it might not have HoloNet access. If it's smack dab in the middle of Coruscant, literally every hole in Coruscant has HoloNet access. Places like Tatooine, out in the desert, maybe not, but in Mos Espa or Mos Eisley, definitely. So what planet did you have in mind, human?
Always wanted a vacation on Felucia.
Yeah, big old plant world.
Plants are nice. I like little animals.
Felucia, I believe, is on one of the main ways down here in the Outer Rim. Help me find it on our map. I think it's over here.
Control F.
No.
Human is having a really tough time finding Fallujah.
Actually, we have. You know what we have? We have the wiki. If you scroll all the way out, it gives you a grid. And if we go to
okay. We could do
Give me
that.
the coordinates.
I think
I have a
that it
question.
would be wise maybe to think about it on the week and on what planet you want your hideout at, and then we can decide it later because we still have another player.
R6.
That's true. I do also have, so can a black site, let's me and sorry, I'm not sure your name yet because we haven't actually met. Let's say we decide to make a black site. We want to make the black site like a Jedi temple. Is that something we can do?
Absolutely.
Show for me.
Having your own apprentices and people living there that will actually create these NPCs for you. That's not a mechanic that I want to introduce. I don't want you guys to have armies yet, but eventually you will definitely have people that'll work for you or support you in some way.
We're gonna give a bunch of children laser swords, and they're gonna go to war.
Yes.
Oh
Child
no!
soldiers.
Who calls Darth Vader?
We can make them mine the kyber crystals.
Yeah.
You know,
the
children
children
yawn for the
yearn
mine.
mines.
It's all coming
Send
together.
the children to the mines. No more drones.
Free the robots. Rehire the
The
children.
robots hire children. Spare the droid. Hire the child.
Children can get in places droids can never. I'm just saying.
The
children-
fingers. So I see the planet Rifflore. It sounds very funny to me, Rifflore.
You can Google that. Probably.
Getting a blacklist at just a place with the funniest names. Great tactical move.
We'll hide from the
Invisible
Empire
planet
because no one will want to put Sybil Thump in the official reports.
Also a planet called Toasty. I bet it's very nice and warm.
What should be an ice planet?
Well, it's not on R6, so I have no idea where Felucia is, and because we don't know where Felucia is, we're gonna look at the wiki and then decide. I'm gonna say hot and humid. Let's see. It's populated, but it doesn't have any major centers. Huaito was the capital. Sprawling capital city. Commerce Guild had a large presence in the city with their headquarters. Yeah, I'm gonna say, depending on where you build it, the only thing you may start off as is some basic furniture. So maybe a sleeping quarters and hold on to access. Felucian laborers aided financially by Gossam. There's not enough info in it. But yeah, you can definitely have a base on Felucia.
Yeah, it sounds very ominous. I'm down with that.
All right, you initiate
Bye,
that.
Felucia.
Yeah. What? Oh, someone was
That's a
speaking.
no.
Okay. Yeah. So you put your first day of so 1 of 5 downtime activities. Does anyone else wanna contribute to the establish a black site downtime activity?
Sure, I can help.
Okay.
On what planet?
Felucia.
Lucia.
I will give 1 to go round it out to 5.
Okay, that's 3.
I'm just thinking, since a downtime activity is 8 hours and I don't sleep. You
still obey the rules. You need to turn off. If you look at your character sheet, you will see. Goodness. You still need 3 hours to turn off and recharge.
Okay, fair.
If you look at your character sheet, and you go to features, and you go under species, droid systems, not that. Maintenance mode. Rather than sleep, you spent 3 hours performing routine maintenance during a long rest to gain its benefits, during which you have disadvantage on wisdom perception checks. Additionally, if your long rest would be interrupted, you only need to complete the long rest instead of restarting it. So,
okay, fair.
For you, even though you're a droid, there's only so much time you can spend, in front of a console or pursuing leads or being out in the field, which is what this kind of work requires. Before you need you need a break. So same rules for everyone else, and to keep it simple.
Okay.
Also, a question: can I, before we left the station, buy a repair kit? Is there a repair kit? Okay, thank you.
Sure. You don't buy that from the gunrunners. You buy that from some shady dude.
Okay. I just have a little bit, history with people dying on level 3 because no one brought a medical kit. So
BombeX, you can have a point. You can have a inspiration point.
Yeah.
Okay.
For finding Felucia. What's this? This is this.
Can we train tool proficiency?
You need to find someone to teach you.
Okay.
What tool proficiency did you have in mind?
Artificers.
Nobody has that. I can already tell you.
Yeah,
So
I
no,
know.
not from anybody. You need to find the master and then spend, depending on the master, spend downtime activities. There are training rules also under downtime activities, I think, or maybe under house rules, and that is in the master handout.
Yeah, I didn't see it on the regular downtime. Let me see if it's on the house rules somewhere.
Let me find it.
Yeah, I found it's on learning skills and proficiency. It takes 10 downtime days minus the trainer int modifier, minus the master wisdom modifier.
Yep.
Or trainees okay, so they have
I can get the tool proficiency and I can teach you.
artifice is weird for like I think I force you to just know though.
You know what? I'll let you learn it from nothing, as if you have no master, but the rules will still apply. In fact, we will treat your master as if he has 0. So what's your relevant modifier for training?
I think it just said handout just says oh wait so what would it be, because the thing just says take 10 times minus the trainer's int modifier, but it doesn't say what actual mod.
Takes downtimes. Trainee's intelligence modifier minus the master's wisdom modifier. So what's your intelligence modifier?
He's not smart. It's -1.
-1. So it'll take 11 downtimes for you to learn this just by browsing the HoloNet. The one restriction I'm gonna put is you need HoloNet access.
Okay, that's fair. We have HoloNet access on the ship.
Yeah. Even in hyperspace, you have HoloNet access.
So I will spend one day helping doing the HoloNet on the site. On the black site, and I'll spend another day doing that.
Cool. Go ahead.
I'll put that in the notes.
Go ahead and roll.
The Empire has fake websites met up that are like meet hot Jedi singles now, and you're like, ooh.
I might not be the only one left.
That's fucking
and they're all Twi'leks. Wow.
Tutorials.
So under resource
Shawnee
3,
going wild.
actually, do you know what we're gonna do, Jarrus? Over here in favorites, or rather in notes. We're gonna start noting this down. Learning artificers tools, and we're gonna do 0 out of 10. Save. That didn't work.
Look at yeah. Let me try. Oh wait, it's there now.
It's there now.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, it shows. When I click on it, it shows up.
Interesting. Let's not. Yeah, interesting. Let's do it in biography instead. Sure, we can just track it wherever in biography. You can track it under personality traits. Just write 0 out of 11 for artificers tools or something. I don't know.
Done. Okay.
Yeah, and then give me a lore check just to get you started. And if you roll really high, I'll give you 2 successes instead of 1.
Let me see what I rolled first.
Nope.
I will use my 18 that I rolled earlier to make it a 19.
19. Okay, you can have 2 successes instead of 1. So you are 2 at 11. 2 of 11. Cool. Let me see. Let's have a small break. And we will continue after the break. YouTube, we'll see you in episode